College football returns in just a couple weeks, and there's so many sleeper teams heading into the season, but one team who I think is slept on a lot is the Auburn Tigers. In this video, I'm going to be telling you why I think Auburn may be in the college football playoffs this season. Let's go ahead and get started here with the obvious reason, and that is Byron Brown. Brown is a transfer from South Florida, and last year he was phenomenal for the Bulls, having 3,158 passing yards, 28 passing touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. He's one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in college football. He ran for 1,000 yards and had 14 touchdowns on the ground. Brown became just the 12th player in FBS history to pass for 3,000 and run for 1,000 yards in a season. 42 total touchdowns were second most in college football last season, and his 4,166 total yards ranked fourth. Those are great stats. But stats only mean so much unless you win, and that's exactly what Brown did last year with South Florida. He helped them to a 9-3 record, including a 34-7 upset victory over number 25 Boise, where he had over 250 total yards and 2 touchdowns. Then the very following week, he went into Gainesville at the Swamp and beat the Florida Gators 18-16, where he had over 320 total yards and a touchdown in the huge win against Florida. Byron Brown to me was without question the most underrated quarterback in college football last season. If he played for any Power 4 team whatsoever last year, he 100% would have been a Heisman finalist, but since he played at a smaller school, he did not get nearly enough recognition. I think Brown was by far the best pickup of any quarterback in the transfer portal, and I wouldn't be shocked if he replicates those numbers this season for Auburn. Auburn's quarterbacks struggled a lot last year, and this is a significant upgrade getting Byron Brown here for this Auburn Tigers offense. Another reason why I think Auburn may make the playoffs is because their moves in the transfer portal. Obviously, Byron Brown is the biggest addition, but they added some other very nice pieces as well, like wide receiver Keyshawn Singleton, who was with South Florida last season, where he had 50 receptions, 877 yards, averaged 17 yards per catch, and 8 touchdowns. So Auburn adds Brown's top weapon from last season, and they also bring in another South Florida wide receiver, Chase Nimrod, who had 23 receptions for 466 yards, averaged 20 yards per catch, and had 3 touchdowns. He had some monster plays, having receptions of 46, 53, and 55 yards, and had an incredible 128-yard performance against Miami. Outside of Jeremiah Cobb last season, Auburn's offense was absolutely atrocious. So getting these 3 South Florida players in the transfer portal is a very big boost to this Auburn team. Despite Auburn being just 5-7 last year, their defense was pretty good, and that add even more help in getting former Arkansas State edge rusher Cody Sigler, who had 35 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 6 pass deflections, and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. New Auburn head coach Alex Golesh knew he needed to get some big-time players in the transfer portal, and that's exactly what he did this offseason. And the third and final reason why I think Auburn may make the college football playoffs this year is because they were honestly a really good team last year. They just lost a lot of close games. Auburn was 5-7 last year, but 6 of their 7 losses were by 1 possession. 6 of those 7 losses were against ranked opponents, and all 7 of those losses they lost by just 10 points or less. They were just there in every single game last year. It's just their offense could not take them over the hump, and that with the huge additions they made in the transfer portal, I think they're going to take the next step. When you look at these close games, 90% of the time in close games, the team who has the better quarterback wins the game. Auburn has one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC and one of the best quarterbacks in the country now. So expect them to win a lot more of these close games that they did not win last season. And when you're first glancing at this Auburn schedule, it looks kind of tough, but honestly, I don't think it's as hard as people think. To start off the year, they play Baylor at a neutral site game in Arizona, host Missouri State, host Florida, host Vandy, at Tennessee, at Georgia, host LSU, at Ole Miss, host Arkansas, on the road to Mississippi State, host Stanford, and to close out the year, the Iron Bowl at Alabama. And some of these SEC teams, in my opinion, I think are overrated. Teams like Tennessee, Ole Miss, LSU. I know lots of people might not expect them to win those games, but I think they're more than capable of winning those games. When you're looking at this Auburn schedule, I could see them winning 9 to 11 games, and obviously, even if they just get the 10 wins, they're guaranteed a spot in the college football playoffs. There's no way the College Football Playoff Committee will keep a 10-win SEC team out of the college football playoffs. There are a lot of things to be excited about if you're an Auburn Tigers fan. When you're looking at this Auburn team, I wouldn't be shocked to have the biggest win improvement of any team in the country this fall. With how close they were last season and all the big additions they made in the transfer portal, Auburn's going to have a huge season, and don't be surprised if they are in the mix for the college football playoffs. That about does it for this video. If you're new to my channel or you've seen my videos before, make sure to like this video and hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time on the Sports 2 Show.